All right, everybody,
Course.
hello and welcome. You are here for How to Build a Side Hustle with AI in one weekend in 2025. My name is Albert. I am founder of Albert's List. We are a job search and side hustle education company and slowly morphing into an artificial intelligence education company as well, with a job search community on Facebook of over 50,000 people. We'll be sharing the links to that with you shortly. By now, you may have noticed we almost have 400 people in this room, and if you're here wondering what the topic is, we are here to talk about artificial intelligence. As you may have already heard over and over again over the last couple of years, AI may not take your job, but somebody who knows AI will. And with the transformative power of AI, it also has a chance to help you change the way you make your income, put your day on autopilot, and get to doing what you want to do the most, which is building relationships. With that said, we are here today with Mohit Asana. He is a real estate entrepreneur, and he is also somebody who has used AI to build their own business. And so he's going to walk through what that looks like, how that looks like, and what you can do to transform your 2025 by building your next side hustle with AI. Before we hand it over to Mohit, I also want to say this webinar is being recorded. You're going to receive the recording as well as the presentation afterwards. And then we'll also be sharing with you an opportunity afterwards where you can learn more with AI. So without further ado, Mohit, over to you.
Cool. Thank you. And once again, I'd like to thank Albert. This is the highest attended webinar, I think, or at least for RSVPs. I think we have just a hair over 2,100. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to present that. So without further ado, let's not gatekeep. So I presented a little slideshow today. So here we're going to talk about scaling your skill set, which is how to create a consulting business with AI in a weekend. The reason why is because I think consulting is the best situation and the best business model if you want to figure something out and if you're low on time. And the goal for this is to create it all within one weekend. So what will you learn in this webinar? That's a very good question. So we'll talk about how is AI impacting the job market, why create a consulting business, why this in particular, why not create like an AI app or anything like that, how we can create a repeatable framework for testing different offers and practical AI tools, how to use them. I believe 50% of the audience in the poll had not used any AI tools. So we'll go ahead and change that. We'll talk about how to build or how to find skills and market validation for your consulting business and building a lead list, just kind of like high level for how to do it. And we'll use a specific tool that I use as well in my daily life. So let's go ahead. So by now we all know that AI is really, changing lives. I've seen a ton of hype, whether, oh, is AI going to take over my job?
Actually, Mohit,
P
can you share and reshare your screen? It seems like some people can't see it.
Oh yeah. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see this? Can people see this?
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. So AI is taking over our jobs as we know it, and it's changing the way that we are doing like work and life as well. So these are just some screenshots just to kind of prove the point that, I'm not just making this up. AI is actually here and it's going to change the way that we do business. So the nature of work is changing. So after 2 years of ChatGPT, it's spread widespread interest in generative AI, and it's clear. And this is coming from Business Insider. It's not coming from me. And the IMF published in January, I think, of 2024, so last year, that AI would affect nearly 40% of jobs. So this is from Twitter, but I mean, you can see now that AI agents are going to be a thing and they're only going to get better and better and better. So you have to ask yourself, automation is here. It only gets better with every iteration, and you need to keep up with trends. On the left-hand side is a screenshot that I found of someone who automated their job fully. So basically their whole job was to create they're like a data analyst, and they have a lot of manual processes that had to be copied, pasted, fiddled around with data, and then he's been playing around, or this person has been playing around with ChatGPT macros, with ChatGPT, Claude AI to create macros, and you can do the same thing for your work too. So you can manually, or you can automate a lot of manual tasks. So this is just one example and kind of like social proof to show how AI is here to change your job, and maybe you could change your own job too. So we're here at the start of 2025, right? So we've done in 2024 we had massive layoffs. We had around I think over 236,000 layoffs done, and a lot of these have been due to the threat of AI. And AI can do it because it's a lot faster and a lot cheaper than a human can. So ultimately, the ultimate question is, will you be left behind or will you stay ahead? So let's talk about what areas AI is impacting. So we're going to talk about finance, marketing, operations, HR, sales, and product management. This is all going to impact you, like it'll all impact the way that you guys do business. And is this like take a good hard look at this picture? Is this going to be you, or do you guys want to, stay ahead? So I am curious. Um, if everyone could write down, what is one thing that is really kind of very manual in their job? How can they automate it? Generating content. I would argue, Jessica, that content and research can be automated, or not automated, but augmented, and would take less time. Record keeping, okay, I can see that. Graphic design actually kind of can be, depending on what it is. Finding investors, yes. The question is kind of what is something in your job that can't be automated? Lesson planning, emails. Emails can be automated. Creating applications can be, I don't want to say automated, but there's a thing called cursor. So it's crazy what AI can do. Talking to customers during pre-sales, yes, I agree with that. Relationships, collaborating with stakeholders, real connections with people. Cutting hair, yes, although soon there might be a robot that could do that. I don't know. Analyzing SQL databases. I actually think that AI could do a pretty good job of analyzing SQL databases. Tech documents, social contact, drywalling, maybe, I don't know. I've seen these Boston Dynamics robots, massage therapist, good strategic presentations. I would beg to say that there are apps that can create insane um, that can do insane PowerPoints right now. Cool. So it seems like a lot of the major trend that we've seen here is that interpersonal conversations are going to be AI proof, which I agree because I'm a sales rep for a ERP company. I really don't want my job to be automated. But there are certain parts of the job that I want to be automated. And the thing is that with every disruption brings an opportunity. Wouldn't you guys agree? Type in yes in the chat if you guys agree. Yes, fantastic. Fantastic. So, how do we want to get ahead of that curve? Let's talk about it. Put it in the chat. How do we want to get ahead? Do we want to create a consulting business? Do we want to create an app? I'm very curious. Build AI solutions, own shares of these AI companies. Yeah, I wish that I had secondaries in OpenAI. Create an app, consulting. Fantastic. So the reason why I think consulting is fantastic is because is because it doesn't really offer it doesn't take any money from you. So let's talk about scaling your skill set. Let's create a consulting business in a weekend with AI. So what's my story? So I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've started, I don't know, maybe six businesses right now since the age of 22. I'm a real estate investor. I've done about $10 million worth of deals in Ohio and Arizona. And currently my day job is in software sales. But on the side, I'm currently building a company called dealintel.ai. So we're trying to create commercial real estate agents or commercial age or AI agents for the commercial real estate industry. And so a lot of the kind of experience that I'm drawing on is from my entrepreneurial ventures, my tech sales for how to get in front of people. And I use AI in every single bit of my day. So let's talk about why consulting. Um, so dealintel.ai. Yeah. So basically what we do is we're trying to streamline the underwriting of commercial real estate. So currently the program as it works is you're able to upload deal docs, so like a trailing 12 financial statement, and then like your offering memorandum or marketing statement, and then it's able to extract all that information, plug it into a financial model, and then export it into someone's model. So traditionally, private equity and private equity professionals would take maybe between 2 and 4 hours to underwrite one deal. Now we can do that in about 5 minutes. So it's very easy, quick, simple pitch. But let's get back to the show of why the consulting side hustle. No one really wants to care for me. So it has multiple streams of income. You can diversify your income. You can turn your expertise into revenue. So what do I mean by this? Meaning you don't have to like sell anything. You're selling your time. You can build something that you own. So no one really owns your knowledge, right? It's stuff that you've created. And if you can find a way to productize it and sell your service and create revenue from it, it is amazing. Also, there have been a lot of layoffs, as I had previously alluded to, so it's a good hedge against economic uncertainty. And eventually, if you have a large enough consulting business, you can turn that into a book of business that you can sell for, I think maybe like between one or like 3 and 4x of revenue, or like 1 to 2x EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, depreciation, taxes, and amortization. And there's basically no startup costs. So it's very affordable, very cheap. In the course, I do talk about some paid tools, but you can start using no money. So it's fantastic. And every single AI portion has a free plan, so you can use that as well. So let's talk about this idea. Your expertise is valuable. Now you got to identify your strengths. So what are some in-demand skills that you possess? What are some industries that need your expertise? So I'm curious. This is an interactive activity. In the chat, write down your top 3 skills and what industries could benefit from these. I want you to be very particular as well. I see Andrew did a pretty good job. Personal finance, local, what else? Video creation, insurance, software development, all sectors. Okay, small business, financial analysis, sales, tech, finance. The question was write down some of your top 3 skills and what industries could benefit from it. Automation process. And so the goal for this is to try and brainstorm some ideas too. Everyone needs video content. I do agree. I have tried using AI video content for my Instagram page, and I don't know if it was just me, but I found that just me talking to a screen works better. Product management, data analysis, math, piano presentation. Wonderful, wonderful. Manual handling, corporate communications, amazing. Personal training, web development. Wow, we are blowing up this chat. So we have quite a bit of ideas. Now, the repeatable process. So this is like if you guys can take one thing away from this presentation, it's going to be this framework for a repeatable process. So the way that I like to define this is you have to figure out what's an idea, right? So what is your offer? What is the thing that you're going to be selling? Now, it's great that you have an idea. Now, the next thing that we have to do is form an ICP, or an ideal customer persona. So this begs the question of, okay, great, you have a set of products, or you have a set of skills, excuse me. Who is going to be the recipient of your consulting? Why would they do that? What do they look like? What do they buy? What kind of technology do they use? Number three is, going back to number two. Number two is like your dream customer. Who's your dream customer? Who could benefit the most from your skill set and from your consulting? and why would they do that? Now, step number three is creating market research online. So your market research is, what are the current customers out there? Who are the major companies? Who's buying from these companies? What are the current offers? Why are people buying from them? So steps one through three are kind of trying to figure out, okay, what's my idea? Who are my customers? And what is the current status quo of those markets? Number four is setting up landing pages. Now, what a landing page is just a simple form capture that will capture people's emails so that they can come into contact with you and then you can reach out to them and figure out if they're interested. A landing page is the start of your sales funnel, which is very important in building a consulting business. And number five is finding your first 5 through 10 customers. Now, this could be done through a variety of ways. We can talk about how we can do cold email. I'm a big fan of cold email, and I talk about this more in the course of how to set it up, how to like what vendors I particularly use, where I find leads. I like to use LinkedIn a lot, LinkedIn Premium, and I like to, send a bunch of cold emails as well. And then how to find the first 5 through 10 customers is very important because they'll give you an archetype of what kind of businesses you really pander to, what the benefits are, and how to really create case studies on them. And then based on the feedback of your messages, then you're going to figure out, okay, here's why I'm buying. Here's some of the common pain points. Here's some of the common troubles that they're going through, and here's some of the benefits that they're receiving when they're working with you. Number seven is scaling. And so how we do this is creating standard operating procedures. And that's basically defining a specific process, a repeatable and scalable process. And eventually, number eight is scaling. So handing them off to either AI agents or virtual assistants. How does this make sense? Does this make sense to everyone? I'm curious. So can everyone kind of like, okay, solid. Uh, Bia, I think created a landing page. Fantastic, fantastic. What about this seems like very challenging for you? With AI, yes. Dharmesh, yes. We'll get there. Don't worry. So how do we get the app or infrastructure or software to be built? So we're covering a consulting business in this because it is the hardest part is to find customers. How to convert, you have to have a good offer. Ultimately, the issue with a lot of things is either messaging or the offer. And so you have to kind of test both. You could, like with this webinar, it's okay, how to create a side hustle using AI in a weekend. So we have a deliverable side hustle, we have it time boxed, and we have a hot new topic, which is AI, which everyone is there. What is scaling? Scaling is how to increase your business. So it's like exactly distribution is key. So that's kind of what we talk about in the course. How to cold email is my number one distribution channel. So what is the scale your skill set? So it's a course that helps you launch a consulting offer using AI. So we talk about getting started with entrepreneurship, market research and offer development, building infrastructure, testing that, scaling and measuring success, how to automate, delegate, and execute, and defining and getting your customers, and then building a small business ultimately. So the formula we've kind of talked about this in the previous slide. So what can we offer? We've talked about the process, so we've standardized it to test new offers. If your first offer doesn't work out, it's okay. Keep it simple, Sally, stupid, whatever it is. So let's talk about our tools. So we've got ChatGPT, Claude, OpenRouter.ai, Gemini, Merlin, Perplexity, Replit, Canva as well for creating graphics. You can also create graphics using Claude as well. So within the website, a few tools that we can talk about are Card.co is very easy website builder for landing pages. You don't need any coding. It's very easy. You can use Namecheap for domains and you use a lot of templates. You can also use website builders like Gamma.app. And then the outbound systems that I like to use are called smartly.ai. So it's cold email inbox rotation software. You'll have to talk about domain and inbox registration, so how to avoid getting from spam. And I like to use airscale.ai for lead enrichment. And then to scale, if I need more people, I'll use Upwork and recruiting agencies too. Cool. So has everyone kind of used has everyone Merlin? I like Merlin because I get access to all of the different models based on it, and I can show you what Merlin.ai looks like as well. So the app for landing page is called card.co or gamma.app. Gamma.app is it's an AI app. It is paid for if you want to use custom domains, but it's really cool. So, I mean, I recommend to an AI. What's the difference between an AI agent and a virtual agent or in a virtual assistant? An AI agent, think of it like it's multiple nodes where they'll perform one task or like one process, and each kind of agent has multiple tasks, if you will. So in a virtual assistant is like someone in the Philippines, for example, where I have a team of writers for like a project that I have, and then they're like virtual assistants or remote team members. Virtual assistant might be a little bit 2010-y. It depends. Can I tell us honestly, with cold email, you have to like it depends on your offer. So it depends what your offer is, and then you'll have to like prompt it to say, okay, do like write it with attention, act like why is it relevant? What's the decision, and what's your ask? AIDA. So with Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT, they all have free versions of it. Perplexity is free as well. Replit, I think it has a free tier, but to really build stuff, you have to have like a pro subscription, which is 25 bucks a month. Card is free for the basic plan, so you can drive traffic there. However, if you want a custom domain that's attached to it, then it is, I think, like 48 bucks per month or 48 bucks per year. So it's like $4 a month. Oh, sorry. So the question is, what is the cost? So let's go ahead and talk about AI exercises. So you guys came here to learn about AI, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is how to brainstorm ideas for a consulting offer, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go to I'll take it over my LinkedIn, and what you can do is there should be a way where you can download your profile as a PDF. So if I go to view profile, resources, saved PDF. So cool. So this is what my LinkedIn looks like. So this is the PDF that comes from LinkedIn. So as you can see, it has all of this from here. So what I'll do is I'll go to Claude, and I also want you guys to do this alongside me too. So what we'll do is we'll go to Claude, we'll upload this, and this is we'll upload the PDF that we got from our LinkedIn page. If you also want, you can also add your resume too. So I'm going to add my resume. So where is my resume? So let's do, I think, yeah, this one. So this is my resume and my LinkedIn profile. I want you to come up with a SWOT analysis for creating a consulting offer. Pick out strengths I would be good at. So I want you guys to copy and paste all of this. Builder AI to create apps. I haven't used Builder AI. So we'll go ahead and put this into Claude. Are we able to be going to? Yeah, so I have sent it in the chat. So given the output from Claude, what are some of the things that we notice within the chat? So what are the things that we notice? You can try ChatGPT, you can try Perplexity too. I like using Claude because it's the one that I use, and I find that it's pretty good for reasoning. Okay, so how you download a PDF is you'll go to my profile and you'll go into resources and you'll click on save to PDF. So go for people that have an issue. So we'll go to save to PDF. It's brief, well organized, easy to read. What else would you guys the question is what are you guys noticing from the output of Claude? I like to keep my stuff uploaded to Claude. I don't really care about my privacy too much when I'm uploading it to AI. Um, so it's up to you how you care about that. But what are some things that you guys notice? So the SWOT analysis, what else? Like what else stands out to you? What else would you improve? So the threats and the opportunities are there. So threats, definitely like highly competitive consulting market. Um, would you say Claude is better than any of the other AI for uploading documents? I don't know. Claude, like it depends on what you're trying to do because each AI model has its strengths and weaknesses. ChatGPT, for example, has great reasoning, and then Claude has really good the writing is really good and the texting and for writing emails is really good and for writing stories. So give me a rubric of four metrics and rank it from 0 to 100 in terms of competition, financial upside, suitable to skill strength, and ease of entering. So we're going to also want to do this for our next prompt. Where is the chat? So that is the next prompt there. The reasoning behind this is that we're going to have a scoring criteria to understand what are like the top 10, for example. Yeah, so I've typed in the prompts above. Charles, what are we doing? Is what we're doing available in free Claude? It should be, yeah. It should be. Claude has a certain rate limit. I paid for the pro version, but it should be available as well. Prompt, please. Here you go. So I'm also curious. So for those that are still in, can you guys type in some of the response that you guys are getting? Can I have first prompts? Yes. Where is it? Where's the first prompts? First prompt is there. Can it incorporate it from data? So if you guys want to scrape the internet, what you guys have to do is go to perplexity.ai. And then this is able to scrape the internet. So with Claude, its knowledge cutoff is April or November of 2024. The second prompt is if you scroll up, then you should be there. It's like rated from 0 to 100 in four different things. So you can see that, okay, like real estate investment advisory is there. Now imagine, so let's just say that I wanted to start a consulting practice for sales. So Imagine I want to create a consulting practice for sales. Oh, let me prac practice for sales. What are some of rate this opportunity using the same rubric we got earlier and help me find a subset which is suitable to my skills. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. Is it still showing? So basically what the main thing from this, what you guys can understand from the exercise that we've just done is we have uploaded our LinkedIn profile or a resume or whatever our CV is on our professional skills. And then what we've done is brainstorm different opportunities. So I like to do a SWOT analysis. You can do whatever you want. You can refine this over and over and over again. But the purpose of this exercise is to show that we can use AI for brainstorming and for also helping refine certain activities as well, or certain niches as well. The biggest thing that we found was that a lot of people have a lot of different ideas, but they have no idea on how to, get started or how to, niche down and narrow down. So I'm using AI right now to brainstorm different things, and you can kind of talk with AI to actually help focus that down. So let's go ahead and go back to the presentation. I hope that you guys enjoyed this brief little demo, and I hope that it was actionable for you guys. So let's go ahead, go back to the presentation. So now, number two is we also want to do this as well. Oh, I totally forgot that I had this as well. So let's talk about creating different offers within ChatGPT or within Claude. So we have this for Sagar. The first prompt is there if you scroll up a little bit. So now copy and paste this. So what I just posted in the chat is going to be talking about, okay, we have our ideas and let's go ahead and, come up with some real deliverables for it. So I've copied and pasted that chat. So now what we can do is based on previous our previous inputs. Now we're literally getting three ideas of packages. So this kind of alleviates the issue of like, okay, hey, what should I sell? What are my strengths? What are my deliverables? What am I going to sell? And so can you put this into a nice table so it is aesthetically pleasing? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just having it put this into a nice little table and it'll create a React component, which I can then put into a website as well. So AI is really cool. Can Claude models be, yeah, so basically if I publish this, I'll publish and copy this link. And if I show this, oh, not this, then it'll basically have this whole table in a website. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you could also like take a screenshot of this and make this into a collateral, or you can go back and say, can you make this into an SVG? And this will actually create like a downloadable PDF or like a downloadable SVG, which then you can use to send to people for your different offerings too. So this is super nice for business plans. It makes it very easy. to come up with offerings, to come up with marketing collateral as well. So when people say, "Hey, can you send me a list of your offerings?" What you can do is just download this, and I have this. Oh, well, okay. So it'll have this, and then you'll just have to put the error code in. Sometimes it won't do it on the first try. Sometimes it requires a couple prompts, but that's basically how we can create a list of consulting ideas, a list of services that we can offer, and we can put these into a table as well. So going back to actionable tip number two. So now we've talked about what our ICP is, right? Like we've talked about, or excuse me, we've talked about what our offer is. Let's talk about what the target role is. So we'll go back to Claude. Um, and then, oh, I think so we'll go back to Claude and we'll say, give me an example of an ICP. So what this is going to do is accomplish steps one and two of our framework. So here what we're doing is creating a matrix of pain points. And so what we could do now is we can go over to LinkedIn and we could go to, so here we have like our prop tech, or let's talk about ICP. So like a VP of sales or like a founder in the real estate tech industry. So we can do founder in prop tech. And what we could do is sort by posts, and then we can scroll down until we see someone that's actually posted. If you have LinkedIn sales now, then you're able to sort by that. But what we could do is scroll down and find a post that people like. So we could do this. This guy is he's in prop tech, he's in Australia. And what we could do is go through some of the posts and we could see some of the common problems if they have it. So under posts, what we can do is we can see what's a good example of this. So okay, they're looking for an accountant, which means that they're probably growing quickly. If we also go to the ICP and if we go to their posts, then we could see, okay, they're looking for an asset manager. You may have to search a little bit and you may need LinkedIn sales staff to come up with posts and you can search by keywords as well. Is this useful, guys? Like, do you guys find this useful? So what we can also do is prompt AI to come up with some LinkedIn posts as well to, or like to come up with some context to create a post so you could create content as well. So using the uh, primary concerns from our ICPs, can you design 3 to 5 LinkedIn posts that are under 300 characters that fit into an iPhone scroll? So yeah, LinkedIn is it's very useful. I pay for LinkedIn Premium for the most part, but I use a reseller overseas. So what we're doing right now is if you guys wanted to use LinkedIn, I'm a big advocate for cold email. However, I've seen LinkedIn as well be very successful because LinkedIn has the organic reach of how Facebook used to back in the day. A reseller overseas, so I use someone that logs in using like a Pakistani or Indian LinkedIn, and then they're able to buy licenses. So I want you to refine these. So it is KISS. Make sure the audience is VP of sales and make it sound short, professional, and sophisticated. Yeah, you can use Apollo.io as well. In the course as well, we talk about how to scrape LinkedIn. how to get Apollo.io searches for really cheap as well. So here we could see is we've created a couple of like ideas for LinkedIn posts that we could use. So what we've done in this exercise right now is we have created our consulting kind of niche, our offerings. We've come up with ICPs, and now we're creating LinkedIn posts as well. So what we can also do as well is so like what you can also do is you can go to LinkedIn, you can copy and paste. It will take a few iterations to go through what exactly like through like your dream LinkedIn posts, but but you can definitely get some of these in where people explain their pain points, and then you can use these in Claude as well. So what we could do is this is the prompts. And so let's talk about how to find customers to sell to as well. So we are using AirScale. AirScale, I think it has a free trial if I'm not mistaken. AirScale pricing. So this is what AirScale costs. So it's not free, but this is what I use. And there's a there's a thing called clay.com. So clay.com is used for enriching. And so this is like a cheaper version of Clay. So Clay is free. You can have up to 100 searches, 134 for 5,000 credits. Clay.com and airscale.io. I like Airscale. So let's go ahead. And now what I can do is if I say I wanted to start a local consulting business for contractors, maybe I'll create some sort of automation, maybe I use spreadsheets a lot. So what we can do is go into AirScale. You do need the plan for this. Yeah. So Play and AirScale, they're lead enrichment platforms. So what this means is that I can go to LinkedIn, I can build up a sales nav list, or I can go to Apollo.io. Apollo.io is a it's like a database of contact information. And so what I'm using Clay for is a to create a lead list. So yeah, so what the main goal is to understand is to try and get you to think of the way that, okay, what's a solvable problem? Where do I go find my customers? What am I offering? And then ultimately, how do I set up a website and how do I cold email? So I'm giving you guys a fair amount of sauce right now. So let's go ahead, let's enter into this. Say if I wanted to type in New York and I don't know, auto shops, and I only want 100, then it'll do it. I created one yesterday and this is what the output looks like. So it gave me a lead list of 100 different shops, and it gave me their phone numbers, so I can go ahead and cold call them for some sort of meeting, and then I can also enrich this. So if I go into enrich and clean, and I can say find and verify emails as well. So there's airscale.ai is a very good tool that I like to use a lot. So that's quick tip number 3, I think. Um, so now let's go back to the PowerPoint. So we have a proven framework of step-by-step instructions of how to figure out your skills, how like what kind of offerings can we do, figuring out your customers, where, and then in the course of I talk about how to set up a landing page for very easy, and you can probably set up a landing page in like 15 to 20 minutes. You can use AI to also come up with a copy of the actual landing page itself as well. And so this leaves us with about 12 more minutes. So Warren Buffett always says that the best investment that you can make is in yourself. Comment yes if you agree with that statement. Now, I'm very curious, what is the last investment that people had made in themselves? Education does count, yeah. And colleges want you to pay, 5,000 bucks for a course for one for one course, and that's and sometimes it's not even credited. Okay, attending this webinar, I like it. Bitcoin, solid, cool. So I want you guys to meet Peter Zimmer. Peter was a business analyst. He was looking at retiring from his current job in oil and gas, and he wanted to upskill himself. He was a product manager and a business analyst, and we found out that he's a data whiz, and all he does in his job is like look at data, tell a story, and ultimately try and build a product that'll help that. So Peter took our course, I think in spring and summer of last year of 2023. So this is Peter, and then this is also a message with Peter or from Peter to talk about his written recommendation, just to show you that it's not fake. It's not done. So let me go ahead, log in. I'll let you guys kind of read what Peter's testimonial was, just so you can tell that I'm not making this up. Because ultimately, the thing with a course like this is that okay, it's fine, it's great, it's knowledge. The execution is all up to you as well. So if any one of you guys, like, how many of you guys have Peter's story? Yes, you guys will get these slides. Type in yes if Peter's story is very similar to yours as well. So these are not my words. I have not edited this, but this is from Peter himself. So what do you think resonates from Peter's experience? And I'm curious, like out of things that we've covered today, what do you think will be helpful for you to create your consulting business as well? So we had a live course that was 6 weeks long, and it was a little bit more expensive. Prompting, and understanding it. So Peter was a student from, we had a live class for a 6 week boot camp for scale your skill set, how to monetize your expertise with AI. Now we've condensed that into a weekend as well. Cool. So I'm going to give about 2 more minutes to for the comments to talk about, okay, um how is Peter's story very similar to you guys as well? And then we'll talk about pricing. So we only have a few more minutes left. So let's talk about pricing, right? We have special pricing just for you guys. And now I like to say that life is getting a little bit more expensive. So, first of all, I want to say that business coaching, if you guys were entrepreneurs and you guys wanted to start your own business, you might want to hire a business coach to help you get started. So, the hourly rate for a business coach is between $100 and $500 an hour. It's a lot of money. If you wanted like small business coaching, it could be anywhere from 1,000 to 6,000 bucks a month. That's between 12,000 and $72,000 per year. That is almost a full-time salary. And group coaching can be between one and $4,000 per person for 6 months. So we're basically doing the same thing that business coaches do, but we're giving it to you for a lot cheaper. So we have special introductory pricing of $67 for webinar only. So if you went to this webinar, the course is about $67. I constantly update it with new tips and tricks that I find within the the uh, the ecosystem. Okay, Dr. Daria, I would love to be a part of this and be a part of the testimonial. Peter's story is not AI. I wish that we could have a conversation with Peter, but unfortunately, we can't. All right, Alex. Okay. All right. If this is live from my LinkedIn, guys. Live from my LinkedIn. Boom. See? I'm not making this up. You guys think it's AI? Absolutely not. So, what are some good use case? Yeah, of course. You're not going to call me out and I'm not going to prove it. Absolutely not. We don't sell vaporware here. The course, I think, is about 5 hours. There's like six sections. And then module seven is like what all of the actionable point is. So this is an offer so good that you can't ignore. Like 67 bucks, if you think about it, is less than the cost of three drinks at a bar or four drinks at a bar, including yeah. So Albert has a course in the comments. So I encourage you guys to act now. It's only reserved uh for webinar attendees. And so what is the Q&A right now? I've kind of been answering, but now is the time to actually, you know, the point is not that I'm trying to sell a course. The point is that if you take it and if you follow the instructions, that you'll have a blueprint for how to create your own consulting side hustle, which eventually you might be able to create a SaaS off of it too. Oh, this course is available. So basically, what the course covers is how to come up with an offer. What are some of the different things when you're looking for customers? We'll talk about firmographics, demographics. I'll actually show how to set up emails, cold emails, use AI for all of that, how to come up with how to have marketing collateral using AI too. Will we have more courses? Possibly. Well, let's just see how this one goes. First, we want great fans. This is
So one of the
pre-recorded.
questions being asked in the course in the chat is what the course covers. Basically, what the course covers is an in-depth dive of what Mohit did live today here in this webinar, and you can follow along in your own time. And so, what you're going to learn how to do is what you basically did with your LinkedIn profile, upload it, discover a niche and a need, and then figure out to find the contacts and the customers to which that you can support, and then scale that. And so this course is available on demand. It is available in the link that I'm going to go ahead and share with you here. And so it is available to you for $67 US today.
USD, USD.
Yeah. And so what we would do in this case is yeah, it's even cheaper than the 6 weeks course that we did last year, which was starting at $225. You have access to the videos forever, and we're giving this discount for those who are here in this webinar pretty much through this Friday. So happy to answer any questions and go from there. And the offer, yeah, will be available till the end of the week. Um, if it is on demand, it is not live, but once you buy it, it
Hmm.
will be available for the remainder of however you want it to be available for yourself. And so how is this course different from other AI courses out there, and who would benefit the most?
Basically, this is a really good question. If you have a particular skill set, so say that you're wanting to go into freelancing and you have a little bit of extra time, it's perfect for that. This is not really a course that's recommended for people that are very advanced or think that they're too smart. This is for folks that want to get, that want to dip their toe into AI, understand what the possibilities are and how you can really use it to augment it. I would say it's mostly for beginners, not for very advanced folks as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, you will receive the offer via email. I'm going to go ahead and send it afterwards. If you have any Q&A, we don't have a office hours component, but
No,
you can always reach out to Mohit and his LinkedIn is in the chat. So go add him, blow up his LinkedIn, and make him famous.
cool. Next steps, enroll in that. I hope that you guys found some value in this. Um, the main reason why I wanted to cover the ChatGPT and the Claude component was so that to show like, look, we're not here to just make some money, but it's to really add some value into folks. And you know, Peter found a lot of value from it, and I hope that you guys will too.
All right, wonderful. We're seeing a couple sales come through. We're excited to see your success stories. If you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you have any additional thoughts, reach out to Mohit. We'll be hosting this webinar on a regular basis so that you can come and learn. And as we refine it, we'll perfect how we do it.
Yeah, well, if there's a demand for it, then we'll see. If people don't like it, then we won't do it.
I think people like it a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. So for those of you who are interested in learning more, the link again is I'm going to go ahead and drop it into here. The discount is available through the end of the week, and we'll be following up. As far as Albert's list is concerned, who we are is, um, well, refund is you're getting a discount right now, but if you truly don't like it, reach out to me and we'll talk about it, and we'll figure something out to help make it worth it for you. Um, in the meantime, this is recorded. We're going to go ahead and put it on our YouTube channel later, and we're also going to follow up with you. If you're interested in learning more about Albert's List and what we do, reach out to us on our Facebook page and go ahead and join. We look forward to helping you out with your job search, building your skills, as well as having you on our YouTube channel for this webinar replay.
cool.
Um, Without further ado, if there's any other questions, any other thoughts, we're going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to post Mohit's URL one more time
Yeah,
and we'll go from there.
cool.
All
Sounds good.
right.
Looking forward to connecting with everyone. All right, take care. Have a
Oh,
wonderful
how much
Monday.
will you end up spending on third-party apps? We'll do that one
So
question actually.
it depends. So for airscale.ai, or airscale.io, the base is like $50 a month, and then LinkedIn Sales Nav is 30. In the course, I also talk about how to use Apollo, and then I give like a resource which scrapes Apollo, which is significantly cheaper. And then email sending software is about 37 USD per month. So there is some investment that has to go into it. Um, but I mean, like it's you could also post on LinkedIn for free as well. We covered how to come up with content as well. So ex yeah, exportlist.io or export Apollo.
Cool.
So I hope that you guys found some value from this as well.
Awesome. Yep.
All right,
So
cool.
everybody is
Take
getting a copy of this webinar. We will have a recording for you and we will follow up over email. Look forward to chatting with you all soon. And we do have a couple of other courses. If you go to the Gumroad page, we can follow up with that as well. And yeah, we'll chat with you all very soon. If you have other questions, please let us know offline. We look forward to chatting. All right.
cool.
Bye,
Sounds
everybody.
good.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.